Going live. I just ate. Let me talk about my teeth. I just ate. Oh, what I was gonna say. Hold on real quick. Okay, I'm back. Oh, what I was gonna say is, um, like us, like younger people, like we allow like a lot of people to like pretty much like run over us, like, and they know it, and they get mad when like we say stand up and say something about it, like because they get really upset because they're so used to people like people letting them run over them and stuff, or they're so used to us specifically to letting them run over us. So that's what I was trying to get in here to talk about, and like that's why I've said like different videos about different stuff, and it's not everything's not like really anything to do with me, but like I've seen it. So it's like if like it doesn't have anything to do with me, like I've seen it and that's still bad. Because it's too many like younger people. Well, it's too many, not just younger people. It's like people in general that's like me of different races and stuff. Not all of them are the same race as me, but it's, even though that doesn't matter, but still. It's too many that are like around people because they're like either family or friends or whatever, but they known them like their whole life stuff. And really, it doesn't matter. Like you known people your whole life because once you get like past a certain age, it's time like to move on. If they keep doing things and you tell them to stop, I mean it's time to move on. And then like everybody gets upset when like people stop coming around them and stuff. They get upset. Like I've never been a type person. I don't get upset. Like I guess that's why people think I'm weird because I don't get upset. If you stop coming around me, then it's for a good reason. Like I don't need people coming around me because they feel that they have to keep me from being upset or something. No, I don't need that. I need like people come around me when they're genuine, like not just to be coming around me. I don't need that. So I don't care if nobody comes around me ever. And there are people that come around me, but like not as much, and I don't care. Everybody else cares, but I really don't care. And I'm using me as an example, like of how like you should not really care because you should not want like that negative energy around you. Because if they're around you and you know that they don't want to be around you, then they're negative. And they just because they're gonna be negative because that's not where they want to be. They feel like they're being held captive against their will, which they pretty much will be. So, no, I can stay where they're at. Like everybody like gets mad about stuff like that. They call me weird. They call everybody that's like me weird. I don't care. Like you call everybody that's like me weird if you want to. It really don't matter. You call me weird, like I said. Like I don't care. I'd rather be weird and be really what's normal. And it's like I know they say it's gonna come a time where they call like normal being normal weird and weird normal and bad good and good bad. That's pretty much what they're doing. And they call them like bad people like good, and they're calling like good people bad, and like calling normal people weird and weird people normal. Like for instance, right? Okay, I seen like somebody just sit in the middle of the road in a car. They just sat there in the middle of the road in a car. And I'm like, couldn't get around it, couldn't nothing. They just sat there. Well, somebody around me, I'm not gonna say no names, said that that's normal. And I'm like, that's not normal. Nobody sits in the middle of the road because whoever comes up that road, they're gonna like pretty much run straight into them, especially if they're like driving like at a fast speed because that's what they do up and down certain roads. They come down that road and they don't see them because they have to come down pretty far to see them. They're gonna hit them, and they just sitting there. That's not normal. Like I said, they call it normal weird and weird normal. That's a good example. And like if you're like happy, they want you to be like angry and stuff. I noticed like people want like want everybody to be like angry and depressed or sad and depressed or whatever. And if you're not that way, then they're calling you weird. That's no, it's weird if that you're like that every day. Because if you're like that every day, eventually your organs gonna shut down, you're gonna die. You're shortening your lifespan because you're gonna be stressed out if you're angry all the time. And be stressed out, like because you're angry all the time, then it starts affecting your body, just like I said. And then other things start happening. So why walk around here angry? Yeah, I mean, it's like I understand we do get angry. Everybody gets angry at some point, but to stay angry all day, that's not normal. You stay angry all day, every day, that's not normal. That's not normal. Even people, I've seen people like homeless and still weren't like angry all day, every day like that. It's not normal. They like being like have more joy than these people who have like pretty much like almost everything, and that's sad. That's sad because that further proves when they throw in our faces before we finally get those things. They throw in our faces every day about like how we like are pretty much nobody because we don't have certain materialistic things. Like say like for instance, if you don't have a car, they're like, oh, but you don't have a car, you need me. No. There's a such thing called Uber, Lyft, and a taxi. Nobody is needed in this world. Stop saying that. Only people needed is the one that drive Uber, Lyft, and taxi. That's all that's needed. And if like you don't live with y'all, it's like they'll throw in your face. They'll throw in your face like, you don't live on y'all, whatever. And people need to stop listening to those people because y'all need to stop listening to people trying to push you out like ahead of time because they're trying to push you to moving out, making decisions like and the black community has a problem. They have a problem. They have a problem. They keep doing this. They are like pretty much like influencing or pushing, because sometimes it's pushing. They push their own to quickly move out at a certain age and not have their life together, and or don't give them time to get their life together because they jumped out and did this or did that in 1970. This is not 1970. Like everything's sky high. Everything's like 2 to 4 times higher than what it was in 1970, and the jobs are not paying as much as they did. It's aren't paying as much as they did, or they're not paying as much as they should be paying to keep up with the economy. So like y'all think about that too. Like pretty much like their whole thing is a scam because you go to school. Like I went to school and then you go to school, like all these years have to pay all that money back to college, and then when you go to school all these freaking years, then to have to go, you can't get a job in that field because if you're in a small city town, they hold these jobs up for their sons, their daughters, grandsons, granddaughters, all that. They hold the job up, or they old and won't go home, and they sitting there holding on to jobs and won't let us young people work and stuff like that. And so you gotta think about that too. Like, and so since they're sitting there holding on to the jobs and not letting young people work because things are sky high, so also have to work like later, like they have to work like old to they're older now than what they used to because of the prices on things. Like, and so like if they have to work that late, not work late, but work till they're later on in life. They have to work till later on in life. Like some of like in their 70s out here working. Like it's crazy. But yet you want your son or daughter, so they turn 18 to move out. Like y'all need to get it together. I'm gonna need y'all to I'm gonna need the black community to get together. Like the black community, the minorities in general. I'm gonna need everybody, all the minorities in general, to get it together. Yes, I said it. I'm a majority of you, so I can say it. Can't get mad at me for talking to most of y'all because I'm majority of y'all anyway. So, anyways, so So I need y'all to get it together because it's too many it's too many being forced to do stuff. It's like too soon. You don't even give them no time. Like it's crazy. And then when they do jump out and leave stuff, you do stuff like in these small towns. This is what they do. They'll do stuff. They'll do stuff like if they know somebody that worked there. They have somebody blackball you while you're there. They have to keep you from working while you're there. They do everything. They'll lie. They'll do all kind of lying and stuff, which is blackballing to keep you to make you go. And then when you do leave, you don't have no job, no nothing, all this other stuff. And they'll do that too. So so these elders ain't elders no more. I don't know what they are because I thought my dad was lying when he was alive. He used to always say that y'all gonna miss me when I'm gone because you never gonna find any more like older people like me. He said it's gonna come a time. He said they're not gonna be like me. He said they're not gonna think like me. They're not gonna be like me. He said they're not gonna be their mind's not gonna be there like mine. He said because no matter what choices he made in life as an adult, he was able to pick himself up and take care of his family physically. Like these other ones, they just let anything just happen, and if things happen, I can say things happen, but if things happen, you don't just stop. You can't just stop. You have to keep pushing, like to get it to where you want it to get things to where you want to get to happen. To get things the way that you want it. Like you can't just stop. You can't and they just stop and then they'll try to do things to keep you to make you stop. Like literally, I'm gonna use an example. Literally, they were talking about okay, a festival that I went to. They said the festival that I went to, they said um, they emailed different people that were at the festival and told them to not buy what I had. Like things like that. Like they'll literally do things to discourage you from just discourage you like that. Like they'll tell people not to watch your live. They do all kind of other crazy stuff. They do all kind of crazy stuff. But because people don't know how to people are naive and don't know how to make decisions on their own. I mean, I know some people do, but most don't, and that's sad. But we've got to get to where we start everybody keeps talking about the materialistic things, not the materialistic things. Okay, you need to, and now if you got all that, now you need to grow up mentally. Now I should see you making your own decisions. Like, why am I not seeing more people make their own decisions? Why am I seeing people follow other people? Why can't nobody make their own decisions and be separate from everybody else? Why everybody gotta be like everybody? Like, if it was meant for you to be like everybody, then you would look like everybody, meaning your hair be like everybody else. It'd be same texture. You be same skin color. You talk just like the other person talks. You would look like you'll be the same race as the other person. Like, and you'll be the same gender. If it was meant for everybody to be the same, it wouldn't be two different genders out here. It would only be one. Everybody's not supposed to be the same. Like, it's time you accept that. Like, it's done. It's over. Get over it. Like, people need to start I know my viewers or whatever the case may be, obviously they make their own decisions because they're watching, so they know how to make their own decisions. But outside of here, there's people that don't know how to make their own decisions and they want to be followers. And Like I never understood that because I never really been a follower. I always did my own thing. I wanted on purpose. Like if somebody did something, I would always do the opposite on purpose. Like I still to this day do that. Like because unless I really want to do that, what everybody else is doing. Like I always make different decisions because I don't want to be like everybody else. Because if I was meant to be like everybody else, then I'll be the same gender. I mean, I'll be a man if that was a man or a woman or just. Well, I am a woman, but you get what I'm saying. Like, I will be the same race that the women that are doing certain things that are my age are doing. Like, like that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a lot. I have the same hair texture. We all have different hair textures. Like nobody is the same. Like that you have to accept that nobody's the same. Like everybody has different hair textures. Everybody like thinks differently. Like some people they're okay with not taking care of their kids. Like I'm not okay with that. I'll take care of my kid. Like some people are okay with try doing evil things to keep other people from taking care of their kids. That's fine because someday they will be where they won't be able to take care of their own kid if they have any from because as a result of keeping that person from trying to take care of their kid. But man, they don't wanna listen. They don't. It's too many people like acting the same. Like why? Like it's like everybody robots, like or cloned or something. I don't know. It's weird. It's very weird. It's very weird. Like I'm starting to think like the movies where there was like cloning people and stuff is real because it's too many people. People like they're like acting the same. Everybody act the same. Nobody want to act different. Don't nobody want to choose something different. A different shoe, a different clothes, a different like eat differently. Nobody want to like. Everybody wants to look the exact same. You could look the same but look different at the same time. You don't have to look the exact same as everybody else because that's what everybody else is doing is a trend. No, just because it's trending right now don't mean it's right for you right now. Like if that's so, how come you're not working the same job as these other people are working jobs, like certain jobs? Like everything's not like meant for you, like certain things, and people need to stop voicing their opinion about certain things because, like, I'm gonna give an example, like jobs. Certain jobs are not meant for certain people. I don't care if it look like they might be a good fit, they're not meant for certain people. Like, and you have to like accept that. Like, it's like certain jobs are not meant for certain people. Like certain like hairstyles are not meant for certain people. Certain like environments are not meant for certain people. Like I can't live like in like an environment with bugs. I can't live like that. I can live in an environment with like a bunch of like violence. I can't live like that. Like people like are able to survive like that, but I can't live like that. I wasn't raised like that, so I can't live like that. And like now we have like elders that are like trying to be us young people. Like it's weird. Like I can understand you want to look younger, you want to keep your body better shape and all that sort of stuff. I can understand that, but you are not young. Like you can't like you need to stop trying to live through us young people. Like your time is up. Like you're supposed to live for you supposed to have already lived for you. Like and if you didn't, that's your fault. Don't blame the person that you was married to or dated or had kids by. No, that was your choice. You dated that person. Just like I dated whoever I dated. Like I take full responsibility. Like if I dated who I dated. Like they might not be the best pick, but like, hey, like I take full responsibility. And if nobody's like it and they don't like it, like I make my own decisions. Like it's not going to like affect anybody's everyday life. So it don't matter what they think. Like it really don't matter what they think because in the end, I'll make decisions that's gonna make me happy, not nobody else. But yeah, that's all I had to say. I'm about to come back and do another one.